Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm a self-employed mama of 4. My husband and I recently became debt-free and are now working towards saving up 6 months worth of expenses. We use a zero-based budget and cash stuffing methods to stay on track because our ultimate goal is to invest wisely and to give generously. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. Well, hey you guys, welcome back. I am so excited to be hanging out with you again. In this video, I am going to be cash stuffing for the final week of January. So $1,575 is what we are going to be cash stuffing today. This is technically for the final week of January. I keep wanting to say February. I don't know why. It always gets a little weird because my husband and I pay ourselves like at the beginning of every month for that month. And if I'm not paying attention to when I will be doing my cash stuffing, then sometimes I might not account for if the month is going to have 5 weeks or not. So we just played around with some numbers and we were able to make it work. I'm mostly just cash stuffing our most important sinking funds this week. I'm not cash stuffing everything, but then we are definitely going to be cash stuffing our savings challenges because that's kind of our big goal right now. So let's go ahead and start with the wallet, which is a little bit of a mess. So I'm gonna start by taking out my receipts and I'll be scanning those into my Fetch Rewards app, which if you're new here, Fetch Rewards is my favorite rewards app. All you do is you scan in your receipts, those receipts turn into points, and then you can redeem those points for gift cards. So I'll leave my referral code up on the screen in case you wanna check it out. You get bonus points when you scan in your first receipt, and then I also get some bonus points. So it's a win-win, which is pretty fun. I'm just gonna empty out my coins here. I know I said I was never filming at the studio again after the shaky camera situation last week, but as fate would have it, my kids don't have school today. So it is Friday and they don't have school. So I am not gonna be filming at home today because it's very loud, and Chris is a saint, so he's actually home with the kids because we had our restock today over at theaestheticdollar.com. So I was over here getting all set up for that, and then also obviously needed to do our cash stuffing for the week. So after this, I will be heading home for the weekend, but we are filming at the shop because all the kids are home. So I'm gonna do my best not to bump anything, not to rock anything. Hopefully everything's fine. So many of you guys said you didn't even notice last week, so hopefully that is the case now as well, but we'll just see how this goes. Okay, so copays is in my wallet because I do plan to go to the chiropractor soon. I am not gonna be cash stuffing this right now. This is just going to be like staying in my wallet. In groceries, we have $25 left over. I think I'm just gonna keep this in here and we are just gonna roll this over. I did not do a ton of spending this week, so my spending cash is still in here. I'm gonna leave this in here because we have a whole nother week yet before I'll cash stuff again for February. Eating out shockingly still has money in it again, and drinks also still has cash in it. Kids, I did spend some money out of kids, so I will be putting these ones into my savings challenge. Nails, I will probably put my money into nails as well because I will need to get a fill this week, and then kindness and miscellaneous are getting rolled over. So all we need to really do is the kids envelope and then my nails envelope. So let's do kids, and I am just going to grab a 10 out of kids miscellaneous. This is in our kids binder. Trying not to like bump this by holding the binders up a little bit. And I also just like set this stuff here so that I wasn't like bumping the table too much. I hate watching videos where the camera's kind of rocky. So I try really hard to make sure that doesn't happen in mine. I mean, I still watch the videos obviously, but it's just something that's really important to me. So I'll try not to talk about it the whole time, but we'll see. Where is self-care? There we go. Okay, and then this week for self-care, how much do we have? 20, 40, 60, 80. I might get a pedicure as well. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm also stuffing 20, 40 for self-care. So I'm just gonna put all of this in my wallet. And then whatever I don't spend, I will put back in that envelope. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So I probably won't go in until like maybe Monday or Tuesday. So you guys have some time put in the comments, should I do, this is called an ombre. I get that question a lot. This is a pink and white ombre, or should I do matte black? I've been wanting matte black nails, but I don't know. My nail lady hates doing them on me. Okay, so that's it for my wallet. And she just hates it because the matte top coat does not hold up as well. So that's why she doesn't like doing it. Obviously, she thinks it looks super cool, but okay. So for groceries, I'm going to be stuffing a 10 in here for this week. This is not our entire like grocery budget. This is just for things that we need to run out and grab. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105. So if we're out of milk, I'll be like, hey, Chris, can you run out and grab some milk at the gas station? And he'll just like grab a $5 bill out of here and go get milk. So that's kind of how we do that. So clothing is getting a 50. So now we have 100, 200, 253, 354, $450 in clothing. Beauty is not getting stuffed. Like I said, a few of these won't be getting stuffed. Not getting stuffed. Pet care though is getting 80. So I did spend some money out of here. Our fish tank had like a big chip out of it, and I was worried it was gonna like burst open, so I went and got a new fish tank. So that's where this money came from, but I wanted to get back up to 500, so we still had all of the money to get the dogs groomed. So 100, 200, 300, 354, 450, 470, 490, 500. So now we are caught back up in pet care. This is, I consider fully funded at 500, which maybe I shouldn't do that because it's like, what if they need to go to the vet or something? Vehicle maintenance is getting 50. So now we have 1,000 set aside, 11, 12, 13, 1350, $1,400 in vehicle maintenance. Seasonal lawn care, is that getting stuffed? Yes, it is. That is going to be getting a 50. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 455. Medical is getting 100. So now we have 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1850, 19, $1,950 saved in medical. Health is getting a 50. So now we have 100, 152, 210. Tax prep is getting a 100 as well. Oh, we left some behind. So now we have 1,000, 11, 12, 1,250. Memberships is not getting stuffed, but we'll start stuffing that again next month. All right, next we'll do low priority. So let's see here, eating out, we are doing 40. So now we have 60. Drinks is also getting 40. My and Chris's spending cash will be getting stuffed next week. Self-care, we already stuffed in my wallet. Date night is getting a 10. So now we have 51, 20, 30, 130 in date night. Family fun, not getting stuffed. Antonio's getting skipped. Gifts is getting a 20. So I did take my sister to get a massage for her birthday, so I took that money out of gifts. So 51, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230. So we'll just get this one back up to 300, and then we'll put a fully funded placeholder in there. So that's why I took this out of that envelope. I might just actually put it with my other ones. But I took that out of here, grabbed this cash out of my other binder that you have seen in my cash condensing videos, grabbed all the cash out of there, put it back in this envelope, spent what I needed to spend, took the fully funded placeholder out, and now we'll just work back up until that is fully funded again. Home is getting skipped. Organizing is getting skipped. Freeze dryer is getting 100. So now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. So we could do a placeholder in there soon. Renovations, is getting 100 as well. So now we have 1,000, 11, 12, 1,300. Hockey rink is getting 15. So now we have 20, 30, 40, 45. And you know what's interesting is that I was looking through this. So this is my extra binder right here. And there was, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Because Chris and I were talking about our hockey envelopes. So there's $400 in here. And I asked him what that was. And he said this was leftover from the hockey rink. So he told me originally he was going to need about $1,000. Well, originally it was $500, then he switched it to $1,000. So then we saved up $1,000. And then he ended up doing it a little differently than he was originally planning. So we still have $400 left over. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff 100 in here because we're just going to break this up. So this was for the hockey rink. So I'm going to do, actually I'm going to do 200 in here, and then this other 200 I'm going to put in our hockey envelope in the kids binder because we did spend some money out of there to get Rowan some hockey equipment because she just started hockey last weekend. So I didn't know that money was in there necessarily because there weren't placeholders in here signifying that there was, and so that was kind of a nice surprise. And Chris was like, oh, that's just the money that's left over from the hockey rink. I just put it back in the envelope that I found it in. And I was like, oh, perfect. So cool. So now we're going to have 100, 200, 20, 30, 40, 45. So 245 in hockey rink. Travel and miscellaneous are both getting skipped. So like I said, we're skipping quite a few sinking funds this week just because it is like the 5th week of January for our cash stuffing. So I just wanted to do the ones that were like the most important. So there's actually only 2 in the kids envelope that is going to be getting stuffed. So clothing, kids clothing is going to get a 20. So now they have 100, 152, 250, $270 in kids clothing. And then the other one is hockey. Like I said, we spent a pretty decent amount of money out of here. So we're going to stick these 2 $100 bills in there. And then we are also adding 50. So now we're back up to 305, which makes me a lot more comfortable. So 100, 200, 250, 305. All right. And then that's going to be it for the kids binder. And there is only one envelope in this binder that we are going to stuff, and that is Christmas. So Christmas is one that I will never skip a week. We will always do 50 in Christmas. All right, so we have 100, 200, 300, 354, 450, $470 in Christmas. All right, so that's gonna be it for this. Next, let's get these $1 bills put into our savings challenge here. And next week, we will go through and count up and kind of see where we're at after the first month of putting rollover money in here. All right, and then the last thing on the list is our 1 month ahead savings challenge. And I had somebody comment saying like, you need envelopes for that. I'm sure you have binders laying around somewhere you can use. That is very true. I do have a lot of binders I can use. However, I have a lot of binders already. I think I have 4 sinking funds binders, 2 savings challenge binders, and then like that binder that I keep all of our extra money in, and plus 2 A5 binders, 1 for my planner and 1 for my budgeting stuff. And I just think I have enough binders. So that's why I decided to just use the money bag to hold the money in, because technically it's fun to track this way. Like I like being able to track like everything separately like this, but ultimately this is all going into the same like savings account. Like this is all going into the same place. And so I'm really not like super worried about keeping it all separate. It's just fun to track it separately like this. Okay, so for rent, we are doing $160. So we'll just add this Again, I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of awkward about this, but it's fine. Because I know I could technically just grab all this and put it over there, but what is the fun in that? And then this way I can catch any mistakes that I've made. All right. Next is health, and we are doing $150 for health, which is technically 3 icons. Daycare, we are doing $80, which is 2 bottles. This is for the kids' tuition, so we're also doing $80 in here. Oh, the perfectionist in me can't stand when I go outside the lines. All right, car insurance is getting $60, which is going to be 3 umbrellas. Phone is getting 5. Electricity is also getting 5. Heating and cooling is getting a 10. Internet is getting a 15. Water is also getting 15. Trash is getting 10. And prescriptions is getting 10. I just said prescriptions. I meant subscriptions. All right. There you have it. So this was actually just 1 month of us stuffing the 1 month ahead challenge. It's hard to gauge where we're at with it, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made so far. And I did decide that I am going to be condensing this cash as well, just because I think it's going to be better to take it to the bank and keep it there. Just like, in my opinion, the biggest difference is like, this is actual like savings that we're saving up for, whereas like our sinking funds are sinking funds. And I think it makes more sense to have some of that cash available for us to spend. And then when it comes to savings, putting that in the bank to really, you know, be able to have like the benefits of an interest rate from a high yield savings or any type of savings account. So this is what we saved up so far in January for our 1 month ahead. So we have 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 556, 657, 750, 770, 790, 810, 8, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 1,930 is what we have saved in this savings challenge. And then we also are working on our monthly 10K savings challenge, which I think we saved 790 this month so far. So we have a really good start going for our goal of being ahead 6 months worth of expenses. So our goal is 40,000 to start with, but I would love to have 60,000 in that fully funded emergency fund at some point. But for right now, our goal is 40 because that's technically 6 months worth of expenses to be able to pay our bills and stuff. So that is it for this week's video. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope my video blessed you in some way, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.